Donald Trump's tweet, well, one of them at least, on July 14th. I'm going to read it because it's kind of telling. Friday's tour showed vividly to politicians and the media how well run and clean the children's detention centers are. Great reviews. Oh, that's cool. People like it there, I guess. Failing New York Times story was fake. The adult single men areas were clean but crowded. Also loaded up with a big percentage of criminals. Sorry, can't let them into our country. If too crowded, tell them not to come to USA and tell the Dems to fix the loopholes. Problem solved. Okay, well, I want to point out a few things with this. He mentions children's detention centers. Oh, so they're arresting children and putting them in cages. Well, that's great. And I guess the children like it there because they said they have great reviews. So, I mean, who would know better than the children themselves? Or maybe it's just visitors that are saying, oh, it's really nice here. The children are well taken care of. I highly doubt that. First of all, they're arresting children. If that doesn't seem screwy enough to you, then I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you might as well just be demented like you are and not watch my video, I guess, because I can't fix that. And then it says, once again, the adult single men areas were clean but crowded. How crowded are you talking about? Like 100 people in like a little cell or something? I mean, what? How crowded? And they're also loaded up with a big percentage of criminals, which would imply that some of the people that they have in cages are not criminals. I mean, I don't know if he thought about what he said. It seems like he doesn't a lot of the times. He kind of just spews ignorant sounding shit. But what the hell is wrong with someone to think it's okay to put a child in a cage? I mean, did they murder some people? I doubt it. You know, it reminds me of Nazi Germany. Honestly. I mean, yeah. They're not gassing them, I don't think. But what the hell kind of person would put a child in a cage? There's only one kind, really, that I can think of, and that's the police. Because they're just doing their jobs. You know, all that kind of bullshit. But all of this is based on the premise that the government owns the entire country. And that's why they get to put up a border and, you know, kidnap people for crossing it, because they own the entire country and they say you're trespassing, basically. That's it. So, it's a crock of shit. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And the fact that people will say, oh, they shouldn't have broke the law. Well, there's how many laws? And how many of them are just totally arbitrary? You know, victimless crime laws, really. Criminalizing peaceful activity. Just because there's a rule saying that you shouldn't do something doesn't mean that that rule is good or valid or has anything at all to do with morality. At all. I mean, it's just a rule that I could say nobody's allowed to wear t-shirts on Friday. And, you know, if I call myself authority in government or whatever, if some people voted for me, then anyone who disobeys me is a criminal, you know, for wearing a t-shirt on Friday. And how dare you do that? Because the government says not to. And we have to obey them because we're free. And obedience means that we're free. Or something like that. I mean, these people are just crazy. Like, and then they send people around, these ICE agents, and to cage people for, trespassing. The thing is, people make the argument, well, okay, they say they're going to cost us a lot of money. Well, how about not have all these welfare systems and all this crap that's based on theft, and just have voluntary charities? Then they wouldn't cost you a dime unless you voluntarily gave them money to help them out. So it's the social welfare programs that create the problem in the first place. No, sorry, I didn't mean to zoom in like that. Whatever. So that's not a justification to throw someone in a cage because you think they might go on welfare and they might cost you money. I mean, that's the government's fault for creating that kind of shit in the first place. We were fine before welfare ever came about. And they have no right to do any of this stuff. No more so than I have a right to steal people's money and give it to other people. Or throw people in cages for being in my country. It's just, the shit Trump says on Twitter is just killing me. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I want to talk about another one real quick while I'm making a video, though. The comment he made about the dollar being so great. I'm trying to find it on here. I forget exactly what he said. But he acts like it's, a reliable and dependable currency. And it's none of the kind. It's lost over 96% of its value since 1913. So the only thing the dollar reliably does is go down in value. If you want to call that dependability, go for it, I guess. It's obnoxious, the claims he makes on here. But Bitcoin's bad, because it's not backed by anything. It's just... and criminals use it to deal drugs, but they don't use the dollar to trade drugs. No, nobody does that. He's such a freaking idiot. I mean, I guess he just thinks people are that stupid that they'll buy it. Oh, yeah. Well, a lot of people will buy it, unfortunately, I believe. But that doesn't justify his idiocy any better. Sorry, I didn't mean to get all close like that. I'm trying to read something. Some more nonsense from Trump. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't have that much else to say right now. Well, I mean, it's just important to remember that nobody in government has any rights that you don't have. If they're doing something that you don't have a right to do, it's a criminal act. Do you have a right to throw someone in a cage for crossing a line of a land you don't own? It's so retarded. I don't know. I don't really care if you're offended by my words. If you are, too bad. Anyways, I can't seem to find this tweet right now. I was looking for another one, but I can't find it. So, I'm just gonna go, and Trump's a bastard. Alright, bye.